Greetings, I am Liz and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal and I use they, them.
And let's play a game together.
Alright,
Kazuaki, oh my gosh, I really like him, but I
Good.
really liked him from the beginning. But I'm like, damn bro, I'm really sorry that your life is that much suck.
Also, good plot twist.
I know, I never saw that coming, but I feel like for the rest of it, it works. I'm like, wow. Yes. Also, though, it's buried so far back here because it really felt like Birder's story for a while, and then it's like, actually, this isn't Birder's story at all. This is actually his story, which is fine.
Everybody else's story. Actually, I also thought it was really interesting for one, just how gay this story is.
I love
and
gay.
Two, like, I know in some cases, like, I've been like, the twists didn't meet, like, some of the earlier stuff didn't hit me necessarily as hard because of various little nitpicks that I have about it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad twists.
Nope.
Okay, so one thing to explain to various people that I always think is fun to explain is going, like, just because you saw the twist, or you've been exposed to it, or used to the patterns, or whatever it is, doesn't mean that it's not a good twist.
It's true. Just because a trope is known doesn't mean it's not well done.
And there's a reason why they're tropes.
Also,
they usually do work. Now, there is some criticism, though, to be had, especially in regards to going, hey, the setup could have been better, because some people really can get super involved in game, and then they just go, I didn't see that at all. And I've read, all this different stuff.
See, and I totally didn't see that one coming at all. Like, again, we were all theorizing about it. How are these two connected? They're the same person. Oh.
Well, I mean, we didn't know about Hitori at all.
No, but once it started putting them together.
Oh, yeah, that was
great.
great.
Once it introduced Hitori and then started connecting them to each other, we're not like, oh, he's a teacher, so he's clearly, we're just like, how do they know each other?
Right?
Yeah.
Well, and the thing especially, like, even about Shu, I was shocked with that, actually going, like, again, I'm like, that's way more gay than I expected.
That's
out of this.
far more gay than expected.
Yeah.
But yeah, alright, so,
Lisa, I came to greet Nageki. Where is he? I see you are losing hold of your sanity.
Says this nonsense orb boy bleeding on the floor.
I'm serious. I've been waiting for this from the beginning. He told me what you were doing to him here, but then you closed the facility. I've been waiting for this, Issa.
Too much sense.
Waiting for you to open this place again. Ever since I joined the faculty. He's still here, isn't he? Well, I mean, Shu did say that he does have at least pieces of Nageki. So, and Nageki even says as a ghost and said to Ryuta going, I'm still here, but I don't know in what capacity.
Huh? I know,
which I'm sort of disturbed by.
Yes.
There were indeed some pieces of him left after the fire.
Now, I get my body, and there's the whole, like, respect and burial thing, but again, if the virus is super delicate and fragile, it shouldn't be something you could get from his body.
It's okay, it's a magical super bird virus.
It is really sensitive unless it's not.
I know, right? They would have degraded in mere hours had I left them. If it pleases you to call those bits of meat Fujishiro Nageki, I will not attempt to stop you. But those pieces have already been transferred to Mr. Kawara's body.
Oh, that is surgery. Like,
and
wow.
you got shot again.
Again. Bam. That is an angry boy.
You won't die just yet, Issa. Don't worry. Don't worry. So tell me, where is Nageki? I have to take him home now. If by Nageki you mean what was left of him after the fire, then it is Mr. Kawara's liver. The cells from his body that contained the Karen virus are now inside Mr. Kawara, parasitizing him.
That was the fastest surgery ever, sir.
I was like,
damn, whoosh!
Bro, you have speed surgeon skills.
Like, how long were they stuck down there being poisoned by gas? I did this surgery and closed him up and reprogrammed him in 5 minutes.
I've done it. Brainwashing.
Amazing.
Complete. The Winter Soldier has nothing on this.
I know, right? He moved real slow.
Oh, is that it? I see. Thank you, Issa. Hang on just a little longer, Issa. I need to ask Nageki what he thinks we should do with you. Mr. Nanaki comes over to me, the same soft smile on his face as when he teaches class. Can you hear me, Nageki? I'm sorry I made you wait so long. I'm here now. Sir, it's me, Kawara Ryota from your class. Please, snap out of it.
Poor baby. Why is this such a sad story?
I
don't know what happened in the past, Nanaki, but this is not the time for such foolery.
Not tomfoolery, but just foolery.
Foolery. We have only a few more minutes before the humans enter the school grounds. It won't take them long to find this place, even though we couldn't find it for many, many years.
Could you move over for a second, Shirogane? I need to talk to Kawara.
He points the gun to Takuya.
Perfect timing.
Yes.
So Takuya, he's serious.
Right.
It's too noisy in here. Come on, Kawara. Let's go into that room. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. We can make
I love
it
the fact
if
that
we
it really
try.
does almost mildly feel like part of the reason why this is seeming a little bit awkward to me, going, no, he's going insane. I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't know if it's translating correctly from the Japanese. So the big thing is usually the Japanese don't use he or him. Like that person over there, you know,
If
him,
you're real
he
familiar
over
with
there,
them, you
you
just say
use
that
their
person.
name. It's literally like, it is a part of the sentence structure. So them repeatedly going, Isa, seems forced, and also makes this, the thing is that in Japanese, they're referring to people by their names because that's who you're talking to or about. You don't use he or him or they or their or she or her.
But you can use the really casual that person, which is someone you know really closely.
Yeah, but like...
That's at least that's the English translation I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
When you refer to, you know,
But,
this
like,
person I know. It's
I'm
just
saying
that
like
guy.
I'm saying for like Nanaki, or I guess in this case Hitori, talking to Iwamine, talking to Shu, him going Isa sounds like a weird choice translation wise based on how I understand how the language works. Because that's what I'm saying is everybody already is usually going, you know, how are you doing today? How is Isa doing today? How is this person doing today? How feels this person?
Right.
But while they're talking to them. So it's a sentence structure thing, and I don't know why they're choosing to put in the Isa part over and over again, other than just going, just stay right there. Okay? Like, you wouldn't need to. You know that, in this case, Hitori is talking to Shu.
Right.
You don't need to say Isa, in my opinion, over and over again, unless they're really just trying to, again, show that he's losing his mind, but that's a weird...
Like I said,
I don't know.
I'm not really... I don't think I'm as familiar with what you are in this case.
Yeah.
Because I don't have as much background in it. I was gonna say, it's
Well, I tried
okay
learning
for me.
Japanese.
I know. I was say, but the problem for me, I guess, or the difficult thing here for me, and I'm not having a huge problem with it. It's just kind of feels strange, just going, okay, why is he suddenly losing his mind? He's had it together for 10 years.
Yeah, right?
Or the I died, what, 4 years ago? 10 years ago? How many years ago did he...
About 5 years.
In the 5 years ago with the fire, right?
Yeah.
So
My brain wants to go 3 years. No, that's an idea.
All right, I've been living this double life for 5 years, and now being in this lab here is driving me insane. Like, I know it's kind of a trope, but I also don't get it. Going, okay, wait, why would that fuck you up?
Well, and that's my other thing, too.
On the other hand, that could be just Shu's opinion. Going, I see you're going insane. He'd be like, dude, I have my whole mind. Excuse you.
Well, weirdly enough, really all we have are the characters, so...
Yes, so-
word of character.
What are you thinking? Are you planning to lock yourself in? Open the door! Open it! I say!
Oh, boy.
Dun, dun.
Oh, God. Isa said he's in your liver, didn't he? Where is the liver, I wonder? Do you know, Kawara?
So Nageki would have never wanted this.
He stares thoughtfully at my stomach, a knife in his wing, not his hand, because he don't have hands.
Foot hand.
My body feels weak.
Foot hand.
I think I might have put too much into that fight earlier. I won't be able to resist. Nageki? Nageki, can you hear me? I've come to save you again. Where are you? Tell me. What part of Kawara do I need to cut open to find you? Again, I don't know. I get that stress does weird things to people, but this seems way too performative. It would work really well if it was a musical.
Maybe it was supposed to be like a subversion of, there, look, he's not the bad guy, he's just basically a sad fanatic, after a fashion. And then going, no, but now he's going to be a murderer, so look, he's the bad guy again. Oh, the old switcheroo.
And you're like,
Huh?
what?
Huh?
Nageki? Nageki, 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 Nageki.
Mumbling off to himself.
Nageki, Nageki.
Alas.
Nageki, Nageki.
Sir, listen to me! He moves the knife from one place to another, as if making an estimation. He's gonna...
Oh, I see. It's hide and seek. I'll look as hard as I can, then.
Ryuta, I literally have stitches where it is.
Sir, real easy. But,
Like,
like,
right
if you
there.
do this, everyone will die.
I don't want you to do it, but like they're right there.
Sir,
Just a little longer. We could be home in just a little bit, Nageki. Together.
Ow.
Oh.
Stop it. Hitori. Is Ghost Boy? Ooh.
the knife is stuck deep into the wall under my wing.
Bonk.
I can hear Nageki's voice,
Hmm.
but I can't see him. The voice is coming from inside me.
Mr. Koara, let me use your body for a bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Ghost powers. Like
Oh.
Itsu? Ignite? Go, ghost powers, go!
Go.
Can you hear me, Hitori?
I'm also like, okay, again, it kind of reminds me of listening sort of to various stories. I know people talk about like the trauma of like people who are bonded, you know, like through horrible, you know, events kind of thing.
Through ordeals.
Yeah, through ordeals. But I'm also having this weird thing going like, this is really a very strong romantic trope.
Mhm.
So I'm going, are you saying, like, again, that Hitori and Nageki had a thing?
Well, again,
I'm not saying...
You could be romantically involved without being otherwise involved. A lot of people's friendships turn basically romantic, but it's
yeah.
platonic romantic.
Yeah.
And which is, some people go, well, you can't have platonic romance, but it's like, without any physicality, you can.
At least by a
Based
lot of people.
based on your general standards, which is why you get queer platonic, which is a descriptor of basically romantic, platonic, non-involved, committed relationship of friendship.
Right?
It is romantic friendship.
But also at the same time, too, depending on who's involved, that can also look like other things as well. Because I've heard some people go, here's my queer platonic partner, and we have sex, but we're not romantically involved.
And
Like in that way?
And in this case, I would think you're more of the we're extremely attached to each other and very, very close in the way that one might connotate as romantic, but there's no like physical involvement.
Right.
That would be my theory.
Yeah, I'm just like, I find it to be interesting, and part of the reason my brain is thinking about this is both my friend and I have been listening to a book where I really strongly went, holy cow, you literally have basically what I assume to be a straight cis woman who is going off about how her partner, her almost partner, basically, he's almost romantically basically attached to his daughter.
He's emotionally unavailable to her as a fully committed romantic relationship because of how much energy and emotion he invests in his daughter.
Yes, who is the last remaining part, basically, that he has of his
wife,
wife who's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's
as a widower.
Yeah.
The only piece he has left of his wife is
And
his
I found
daughter.
that to be very interesting that the character themselves doesn't really ever seem to approach it as a, whoa, that's kind of strange. It's a, nope, she's just a romantic rival, basically. And that's acceptable.
That
which
her
is,
existing is a barrier to my romantic connection,
Which-
and that's just how it is.
sounds very much like a cis woman thing that I've actually weirdly run into, like just in real life, or the way that people will act and respond to being like, how dare you? And you're kind of like, that's his child. I think I would actually put forth going like, hey, if we're supposed to be romantically involved, why do I get the feeling that you're treating your daughter more like your partner than I? You know? Yeah, so, anyway.
There's a lot of different ways that things can happen.
Yeah.
Alright.
Of course. I've talked with you every night. You told me, Nageki. Told me to come get you. Told me to exact revenge on Isa.
No. Hitori, that was not me.
And then this is usually where in stories they go, but it had to be you, because what am I doing otherwise? So I reject this person who is actually you, or at least the more realistic version would be, you know.
I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I never told you to do that. Have you forgotten what I asked you to do, Hitori? The second thing.
I remember. Of course I remember. So let's go home.
Listen, Hitori. I'm no longer here. I can no longer go home with you.
Who said that? Oh, I see. It was Isa, wasn't it? Only he would say something mean like that.
And you've suddenly just lost your mind. No, it wasn't him.
Don't worry, Nageki. I'll take care of him in a minute. Don't worry. Like I said,
Hitori.
yeah, I don't think that Kazuaki, or basically Hitori in this case, is really going to be able to come to terms with that at all.
I don't know. Yeah, if he's not able to see Nageki and it's just Ryuta there, I doubt he's going to be able to get a grip on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. The power of such things is mysterious, given that we don't,
Also,
I've never encountered Yost in this capacity ever.
It's a story. It could do anything. And honestly, it's
It
allowed
will.
to, because it's a story.
Mm-hmm. I never asked you to come for me. I never asked you to exact revenge.
Who was it? Nageki. It was Nageki.
I died because of you. You abandoned me here. I never wanted to come here. It was you who killed me. You killed me. You killed me. You killed me.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Oh, I will not forgive Hitori.
I'm sorry, Nageki, but I know that no apology will ever fix it.
So, what?
This
That's
is
it.
Nageki.
I know,
You're
I'm
okay.
just like, brain. Okay, so that...
Hitori, so Nageki is talking.
Yes, I know, I got it.
And then the
There's
shit
Nageki's
shadow is you.
Okay.
And then this is also Hitori / Kazuaki.
Right, I got it.
Okay,
I
you
got
can
it.
do
I'm
it.
like, I can do this.
You are playing these two.
No, I got it.
Okay.
There is a shadow in Hitori's heart. His own shadow, pretending to be mine. Come for me, Hitori. I'm here.
I know. I don't want to be alone. I don't want you to be alone.
You will never forget me. You will live with me. You will live with your sin forever.
That's what you want, isn't it? If you want me to carry this pain, I will, Nageki. I won't ask for forgiveness. I won't.
He's crying.
Yeah, he's sad.
Tortured by his own shadow.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Nageki. I'm sorry.
Hitori, I don't want you to be in pain.
He's trying to destroy his feelings of guilt. He wants to be saved. If you're here, his pain will go away. Help me save him.
Yes. Damn. But survivor's guilt is huge.
Oh, God.
Also going, if you have any part in basically the decision process of something that hurts someone, there can be a lot of responsibility that you put on yourself. And the thing is if you have no idea what's going on, that is not your fault. So if you've ever been in a situation where you either gave someone advice, such as in this case, go to the school, it could be great. Go take care of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
Or where, they told you, I'm going to go do this thing, and you didn't stop them, and then they got hurt. That's not your fault. You didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hitori, I was tortured by them here in this place. It was terrible. Issa and the others should die in pain. All of them should die. I am the spirit of vengeance. Oh, as long as they live, my pain will never disappear.
It's very important. They should die.
That's
Mr. Nanaki.
I've been in the... You're going to be in the revenge business so long, you know nothing else.
I think we should probably, just be straight out, probably, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong. This is just bad. This is not right. Don't work. No.
That's wrong.
Though, honestly, as people have pointed out, deliberately saying something that people can oppose instantly, instead of sort of walking around basically the yes or no, is actually a far more effective way to get to someone, as far as I understand. If they're basically stuck in a particular headspace, and if you just tell them a thing that they can just easily deflect with a no, then you're not gonna get anywhere. Yes or no questions.
So open-ended statements are better.
Yes.
So, you and Nageki both lost those most important to you to strife. You should know best of all people that revenge helps no one.
How? Has he ever revenged himself upon anyone before?
Meaning, you've lost a lot of people before you lost each other, because you were first both orphans under some circumstances. Second, you lost your entire family that was the orphanage found family circumstance, and and didn't do revenge, and then this.
Right.
You've clearly had large losses in your life, and even if you didn't revenge them, it wouldn't have fixed it anyways.
Then it brings no happiness, only pain.
If I hadn't been there, Nageki would never have died. I was never there when he needed me.
Bullshit. You were there constantly, and you took
If
care
I
of him.
hadn't been there, Nageki would have never died. Oh, you're blaming yourself for the fact that Nageki set himself on fire. Okay, my brain was like, did you? Oh, okay. It's okay.
I was never there when he needed me. I'm sorry, Nageki. If I had been better, this would have never happened.
I am amazed again and again. Okay, like, I know this game isn't a super big popular game. Like, 9 billion people haven't played this game. But a lot of people know what this game is.
Oh, yeah.
And I am amazed that with, like, Doki Doki Literature Club, there are literally fucking spoilers absolutely everywhere, all over the entire internet. And with this game, I knew nothing of any of this at all. Even browsing around and looking at some of the fandom stuff and enjoying some of, like, people's content and looking at, like, looking up, like, people's responses to the game. There wasn't a, oh god, don't spoil the game, and there wasn't any spoilers just out there.
So, one of the reasons why I think that's
Is?
a part of it, as far as I understand, because I think I remember, so there is a lovely person that I have followed for a long time. So they go by the online handle of Sela Squid. And I have found it to be really interesting where they have discussed going like, Hatoful boyfriend is a hard thing for a lot of people to get into because you expect hot, basically dating attractive looking people. Doki Doki Literature Club was far more accessible to a wider audience because hot anime waifus.
Okay, so dating birds was less interesting to people.
Yes. And also part of, I don't know how to describe it, but I think, even for me playing through both of these now, because I don't remember if they said this specifically, but I think, what my brain has kind of come up with in response to what my friend's question kind of is going, Doki Doki Literature Club was explicitly about, you need to go through all the loops. Mm-hmm. You need to solve what's going on with your computer, your existence, your whatever. So Hatoful Boyfriend really doesn't. You can just be done with one of the endings. You don't have to go and get everything and find out what's actually going on. Does that make sense?
So you think some people have never gone past just dating a few of the pigeons?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You're looking at a bunch of pigeons and not hot dudes.
And with Doki Doki Literature Club, it literally prompts you by having an error on the screen and
yes.
stuff like that, and changing things.
Doki Doki Literature Club literally encourages you to keep going.
It lures
Hatoful Boyfriend is you must basically of your own volition keep going.
And want to unlock all the content and the extras and the bonuses and stuff. Also, though, even if we had unlocked them all, if we just played again, even though it has the option of fulfill a promise, and it's like, oh, there's something new and different, if we did it without any instruction, because like we did where we ran into and just ended up in, what's-her-name's ending?
Yeah, with
we
Azami.
would go, I guess it's not any different, it just has these weird things in it.
Right, and that's the other thing, too, is going you would have to really be interested in saving around a lot. So Doki Doki Literature Club seems to try to explicitly encourage you
it does seem
to be able to go through it.
Yeah. To help you solve it.
It does! And Hatoful Boyfriend will go, no, you will actually die, and you will get frustrated if you don't know what the answers are about.
Anyway.
So we had it a lot easier, I guess, relatively speaking, but also just because we followed a guide, that doesn't necessarily mean that it was easier. It means that we kind of went, I want to see what this is actually about, since a bunch of people who have talked about this went, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, but they're also, again, nobody's spoiling anything that I've just casually run into. And it's everywhere with Doki Doki Literature Club. It's wild.
Well, I mean, and I've seen a little bit, I knew about, so vague spoilers for me playing on Twitch, but I knew that, Shu was a cannibal, and I knew that he murdered you, and I knew a couple of things, but I never heard anything about this big final ending ever, as far as I recall at all. Just that, oh my god, it's really sad, and then also something about, I think, Nageki's thing I knew a little bit about, basically he was, there was a character in here, at least, that basically committed suicide in some way, whatever that meant. Like, I really have, the information on Hatoful Boyfriend has been categorized very differently compared to Doki Doki Literature Club.
And yet, they both have really similar things going on.
Which is
in
really
a lot
funny.
of ways.
Yeah, because people were actually talked about going like, yeah, you go from Hatoful Boyfriend to Doki Doki Literature Club, because that's a part of the mind bend sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Doki Doki Literature Club is more about, like, breaking the fourth wall and bringing you into it, rather than, hey, here's, Hatoful Boyfriend breaking the wall into your reality kind of thing. Because Hatoful Boyfriend is clearly about let's find more of the secrets with the world itself rather than...
I would say, but it's not breaking the wall into your reality. It's just more complex plot and story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Compared to, oh look, it's a cute bird dating game, right?
Okay.
It'd be fine if you'd never met me. If I hadn't been there, you never would have felt pain.
So, why? Why?
I mean, he would have been sick anyway, even without you, sir.
Well, I think... So, maybe you should think about if he was sad or not. So think about somebody other than yourself. Because if you're trying to get you out of your head, we should really go... think about somebody else.
Do you think he was sad?
Do you think he
I
was
don't know.
sad?
Neither of those... Both of those are confusing to me.
That's okay. The time Nageki spent with you was his greatest treasure. I know how wonderful it is to be able to be together with loved ones, too. Nageki is glad he got to be with you, so there was nothing to regret.
Come with me, Hitori. Look at me, Hitori. Hear only my voice, Hitori. I will tear your heart to pieces. And when it heals, I will tear it again, and again, and again. That is your punishment. You never get to feel better because you did one thing that you perceive as a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Some people do that a lot, though, and it's like, you are very depressed. Yeah, I love you pointing at yourself. Me too. I'm like, excuse me, my hand, I have quietly me pointing at myself with all of my fingers. Yes.
It will be wonderful to live with me again. Wonderful.
Hitori.
Oh, that...
Hitori. There we go. Only choice. Why is that a choice?
Only choice. Well, because the thing is you have to make the choice to move forward. Which actually, I like that more.
Who's gonna quit the game right there going, well, there's only one choice?
It's symbolic. Case, I would call it a symbolic choice. And also going, you must be willing to make that choice, though, because you still have to make it. Does that make sense? Going, you always kind of have this option going, it is now the only choice, because otherwise I die.
But then, tons of games do that, except for they don't have death on the line?
The thing is, like I said, I feel like it's a much stronger symbolic choice based on everything else. I know you get pissed at the single choice thing, but it is supposed to be, no, I want you to live. I'm trying to go, please live, so I will slap in my own input. Please survive.
But who's going to die? He's not threatening to kill himself.
You don't know that.
He's literally going, I have to live with this pain, which is life.
Live with it until it kills you. Some people just kill themselves.
I didn't pick up that theme at all. I know that he's struggling and he's hurting and he's got a thing inside him tormenting him, but it's like, you will be tormented like this forever, which doesn't suggest you need to live and not die to me, but it's okay. I may just be lost here.
I mean, it also could be a thing of going, please move on. Like, again, just do something else. This hasn't been working. You've been cycling forever. Here's your option.
Please, Hitori, listen to me. The voice you hear is that of your own shadow. You have been hurting yourself all this time. Stop blaming yourself. I don't want to see you in pain.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an emotional connector, and the thing is I found it to be interesting how sometimes you really never connect to that.
Connect
to the actual thing of you have to push the button to make the thing go forward. Because you have to push the button to make the plot come forward anyway. It's just another thing that you click on to make a line appear. That's it. There's
yes,
really...
I know. But again, it's impossible to do this without being meta and going, I would have to quit the game to not make that choice, so it's not really a choice.
Well, yeah, so then he'll live in pain forever.
Except for he won't, because the game will just not exist. And if I delete it, it doesn't exist at all.
Well, it's like with Doki Doki Literature Club. If you never make a choice, nothing ever happens. It will, assumedly, if it can get to you emotionally, you can possibly go, hey, if I don't finish this, everyone will be in pain forever. Does that make sense? Or if I continue to play it, they will be in pain forever, so I need to just put it down and walk away from it.
Which is part of the game.
Uh-huh.
And Off suggests that would be part of the game. Opening it up, figuring out what it is, and turning it off, And that is finishing it without it being horrifying.
Exactly.
Never playing it.
It is supposed to be meta.
Mm.
Like, anime.
You asked me for 2 things, Nageki. The first was, come save me. So I...
Listen to me, Hitori. Listen to me, Hitori. My first wish was for you to make my body disappear from this world. As long as I live, as long as my body remains, someone will try to use the Karen virus. That virus must disappear, and my body with it. It will only bring sadness as long as it remains.
You asked for one other thing. You asked me to take revenge on Dr. Isa, on all those who brought you pain. Yes, I need to grant this wish. I need to...
Hitori. My second wish was... no, that was not my wish. Hitori. Remember, Hitori. Remember my final wish. Everyone's having memory problems now.
They are.
All
Also,
of
the
them.
shadow was going away.
Yeah, well, I like that, and I appreciate that. But I'm also just like, everyone having the memory problems.
Mhm.
Because Ryota, you don't remember? Everyone stares at Ryota. Ryota, huh?
Hello?
Everyone, we won't tell you, I guess. It's not about whether you're doing anything or not. You're part of the family, and we need you.
That doesn't help.
It's
Oh,
the other way
that's
around.
you.
I say that was you.
It's not about whether you're doing anything or not. You're part of the family, and we need you.
That doesn't help. With my body like this, I can't work. Or go to school. That's just how it is.
You're thinking too hard, Nageki. Let's go pick some millet in the yard. It's almost dinner time. A full stomach scares the bad things away. Right?
And then we get another wish. Oh no, that's cute. What a beautiful sunset. I guess it's autumn already.
Oh,
that's
what
it.
a beautiful sunset. I guess it's autumn already. Are you cold, Nageki?
That's a really cute picture, honestly.
It's really pretty.
I'm fine. Hitori,
Mm-hmm.
it would be easier for you without me, right?
Why do you think that?
I heard you and the others talking about it. Medicine costs a lot more than food. You're paying for it out of your salary, right? If you had that money for yourself, you could buy better food.
It sounds like actually what's happened here then. So this is me with some sort of out of world kind of knowledge. Japan actually has, as far as I understand, a much better, at least than the United States, in terms of help for medical stuff.
Public healthcare
Like
system?
their public health care is much better. So I'm going, potentially then, has it gotten much worse? Like, in the future, but it also might not be from Japan, so they might live somewhere else.
Or if they live in Japan, again, they're birds. They don't have the system.
No,
that the
I
humans
know
had.
that. I'm just sort of going, does that mean that the birds have, for some reason, decided to do capitalism?
Or they're just living independently side by side in a lot of ways.
Maybe?
Where it's really more gone back to essentially a town kind of system, even if it's in a huge city.
Right.
And it's just people sort of working in small areas together. But also that sort of thing that we've been talking about and noticing of like mimicking human society.
Mm-hmm.
You mimic that, you make the things that they made, you do the jobs that they did,
Mm-hmm.
and you have sort of the structure as you understand it, but in a culturally appropriate kind of way. You don't know exactly what you're doing. Stuff costs money because stuff costs money.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, and that would be interesting. That's why I'm like, so is it...
Or this
what
could
about-
literally just be the authors going, we're just paralleling it to real life.
Right, because
That's
it's
how
the
it is.
easiest thing to do.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't have to work so much, so you would be better off without me.
Don't say that, Nageki. I don't care about fancy food or free time. You're more important than any of that, and I never get to spend any of my free time with you as a result. I mean, who cares? I mean, you mean more to us than you think, Nageki.
You actually do contribute things that you don't understand.
You're very young when you came here, so maybe you don't remember, but losing family is hard. I want to stay like this, watching over the people I love, forever, with no free time.
It doesn't matter
At
if it's
all.
hard work and exhausting and difficult. In this case, the rewards feel like they're worth it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And, capitalism appreciates that, because if you feel like the people in your life are worth working for, even working yourself to death for, then the system succeeds.
Yeah.
But if not, you don't. Okay, so this is completely non sequitur. But I saw this TikTok recently, and it really was that sort of capitalistic model of going, I was raised in a, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, household where you had to work for what you got. And this is this lovely person talking and, doing their makeup. He's like, and so my kids aren't getting any free handouts from me. I'm not giving them a gender. They have to go out there and get their own. It was so good.
That's fantastic. I love
so good.
forever. So listen, maybe it looks like I'm working just for you, but it's for me too. Seeing you happy makes me happy.
Thank you, Hitori. I just wish I wasn't such a burden to you.
Stop that already. You've never been a burden to me.
Again.
Yeah, have some millet.
The presence you have here and just the social contribution, and that is you, and the distance of you makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels worth it.
Eat well and we can sleep well too. Let's hope for good dreams, okay?
You guys are adorable. Look at you. But again, that feels more, to me, in my familiarity with relationships, that feels more than a very casual sibling relationship.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it feels very different than like a parent-child relationship as well, which really isn't genuinely either.
It's either you or me, so
I hope we can stay with everyone like this forever.
I hope we can
Because
stay.
if that's the second wish,
Yeah.
Yes.
I said, probably me, I'm
Probably
guessing.
you, yes.
I hope we can stay with everyone like this forever.
Yes. Maybe? That one? Who knows?
Or that was you.
Yes. My second wish was live, Hitori. Live and be happy. Because I wanted you to be happy. And that's the end of the game. Wait, what?
What?
The shadow is gone. Yay!
Nageki, I can't be happy. You're gone. I can't be with you anymore.
Look at me, Hitori. I want you to live. You don't have to feel guilty for me. I couldn't tell why I was still here. At first, I thought my remains, the parts of me that are inside Mr. Kawara, now were keeping me here. Sounds like it's only one part, and that keeps throwing me off. It's just there in his liver. Is it like segmented pieces of your liver assembled into his liver? Also, again, that sounds like the fastest
hardcore
gorilla surgery ever, you
Yes.
know? But I don't think so now. I think I was worried. Worried that you wouldn't be able to keep going alone.
I can't, Nageki. I can't go on without you. I don't want to live without you.
We've stayed here too long, Hitori. We have to move on. Damn.
And I'm not
Ouch.
saying that you can't have close family relationships. I think in some ways we need to redefine certainly what they look like. And that people need to be more honest and more communicative with each other. But there really is a thing that I have always been, socialized, at least for what I've run into. There was another game that my friend and I actually played, and we have been debating on playing it again, but it was when we initially started our channel. I cannot remember the name of it. What was it? The one where the girl is inside her dad's head? The when she's running around in Dreamland?
Yeah, okay, so it's... God, I don't remember what it's called either, but yeah, we did. And it really is it's this young girl inside of her dad's psyche trying to piece together what his life was like.
Yeah, and you only find out, obviously spoilers, for it gets through maybe a third
of the game when you find out, so
Yeah.
that's spoilers, but I wouldn't know how else to describe the game.
Yeah, well, because that was the thing that actually kind of weirded both of us out. And again, I don't mean to judge. It could just be a cultural thing that I'm used to in regards to my society, but her dad's literal stated attachment to her went above and beyond as described by the game and him. It's from the writers, so in this
That
case...
she was more important to him
than
his partner,
than his wife. And I was like, what?
And I have some real trouble. My family's never been particularly close. None of us really have any animosity to each other at all. And we're all real congenial when we're around each other, but we're not, close. None of us really aggressively seem to miss each other when we're not around, or really go, oh my god, I need to be around you, or really plan our lives to be around each other. None of my family. We call each other sometimes, but I don't have any connection to my child is my life or anything like that. And the whole thing of I put my child above my spouse,
and especially
in all
one
ways,
that you are
emotionally.
professed to be I'm deeply in love with this person. This person I adored. We got along brilliantly, amazing in this particular context with this game. And I went, and you are obsessed now with your child while your wife is even still alive.
Yeah,
And that was really bizarre.
So I have a very hard time understanding strong family connections like this, but it doesn't mean it can't be there or that there's anything wrong with it. And honestly, I do understand people fixating on a thing.
Yeah.
And I definitely understand it in reference to, like, I've definitely seen obsessive fixation and in reference to a romantic connection, but never in reference to a platonic familial connection, or like kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whether it be, parent or child or otherwise. So,
Yeah.
I just feel like their relationship is something more than you're my brother.
Right.
On the other hand, he doesn't often call him his brother. And he doesn't say, "You're my brother, I love you," in over and over again in these various memories and flashbacks. He goes, "Your family."
Yeah.
Anyway, I think, what do you think? Should we wrap it here for now? And see
Well,
what
the
else
problem
there
is, so I'm kind of torn, so there's no other options left.
So you don't know how long the game is?
I have no idea how much longer this goes.
Well?
My fear is that we'll stop this, and it'll end in the next 10 minutes or so.
Well, so we just try Blitzy it, but we won't be able to split it if we do.
Nope, we won't.
Alright, guys, we're gonna go. Let's do it.
You wanna go?
If it's another hour, that'll be the end of it.
Alright, we're gonna die. Here we go.
Alright. On the other hand, if it's 10 minutes, we always do a post-game talk.
We do.
But if it's 2 minutes, we'll be in trouble. Alright, let's do it.
Alright.
And don't worry. We'll meet again. Somewhere. Sometime. Mr. Kawara? Thank you. The blackness is strong.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, actually.
Damn, bro. Kawara! Are you unhurt?
Yeah! I'm fine. Are you trying to be like my boyfriend now? What's going on?
Are you well?
Oh god. How unexpected. If it were me, your insides would have divulged themselves and their secrets long ago.
Which they already did once today, because you did this blitz surgery a couple minutes ago.
Weirdo!
Damn.
You're also... Wow, you are brilliant.
Nageki! I will not forgive this mad...
Don't worry about it, Sakuya. Jeez, it's okay.
No!
It's already over.
Ah,
We need to get out. We're already out of time.
indeed. Grumpy. Indeed. Ooh, look
Ooh.
at that.
Nageki was kept frozen here, right, Doctor?
You mean a tiny couple of little scraps of his liver, I guess?
I guess. Indeed. He was.
Are we just dragging the doctor along?
Who's bleeding everywhere?
Or carrying him? Like, how is he even coming with us if he has 3 bullets in him?
Who knows? The facility was sealed off, so it was hardly difficult to keep other people from snooping around. I'm staying here with Border.
What?
Oh, you're gonna just die.
Whoa. What are you saying, Goa? Come with us! At once! Ah,
I see. Kuara.
hi, that makes sense.
I thought you would say that. The Karen virus has now completely colonized your body. Very thoroughly.
Yes.
Were you to leave, any humans you encountered would suffer a painful death.
Yeah, Ryu's just like, I have no choice. I can't go out there. I am death to all humans, which I don't want to do.
Yeah.
What? Sakuya was already explained. Sakuya, was you not here when it was all explained? I don't remember. Was this your plan all along? You conniving physician? Surely there is a way to remove the virus. Cure him!
Alas, that would be impossible with our current medical technology.
Because we worked so hard to make it really sturdy.
I mean, as people have actually talked about, sometimes the field of virology is deeply terrifying because you can cause something to mutate in a specific form you literally have no counter for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's scary to work in those places. You must be deeply careful.
Mm-hmm.
Once established in the body, it is quite tenacious. But you just said it was really fucking fragile. I mean, I guess as long as it's outside
of a body, it's very fragile. But in a body, it isn't.
Even if we were to remove the tissues from Mr. Fujishiro, Mr. Kawara would still carry the virus.
Only dying slowly, it's fine. Madness! Lunacy!
the same goes for Miss Seedpath's damaged brain. It is currently preserved inside a glass jar, but just barely.
This is so incredibly dark.
Indeed, given Labor Nan's behavior and the subsequent damage she was dealt, there is no guarantee that her personality and memories are still retrievable.
So you have already said that. Thank you. I am already depressed. Stop pushing it in.
Yeah, stop digging it in. Also,
I do not need it.
If we did retrieve her, she would just die of a virus.
With current medical technology. Anyway.
Freeze them both!
Shirogane, let's go outside.
Freeze them both. Do you mean to leave Kawara here? How deep does your selfish nature run?
Ooh, ouch.
Bitch.
We'll come back for him. It's impossible now. One day we may be able to remove the virus from his body. I think that Nageki would say the same.
Say that same.
Yep.
It literally said, say that same.
Yeah.
I'm okay. There's been a few errors in here, and I have definitely, said things in weird patterns because I was garden pathing to something else.
Because I thought it was going to be something else.
And then I'm like, I will try to recover. Sounds really awkward. Oh well.
Well, Mr. Shirogane, I think perhaps you would do well to respect Mr. Kawara's thoughts on the matter.
I'm also amazed that I haven't seen any human shoe pictures with a blade arm.
I know.
Because, you'd think that would be a feature.
No kidding.
I feel as if this day has brought an entire lifetime's worth of fatigue.
I go to sleep.
I just want to rest for a little while.
Good night.
I'm worried about Mother. Sakuya, could you tell her I'll be back one day?
There's not food down there, sir.
Oh, honey, you're gonna die.
If you do not, cryogenically freeze yourself, this is death. And
Yeah.
You're pretending not to death, but it's death.
Oh, that's horrible.
Listen, Kawara! Labelle... No, I never go back on my word. No matter how long it takes, I will come back for you. I swear! So, promise me, please, promise me that you'll leave this place with me alive!
Right. I promise.
The humans are gonna be down here any minute. I'll just stay down here. I'm not gonna go up there and kill them all. They're gonna come down here and kill themselves on you.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll be waiting for you.
That's gonna be so traumatic for Ryuta. Was that a gunshot?
That was the door closing.
Okay.
Because remember how they had the doors?
Yeah,
so they
yeah.
can't really get down there, yeah.
A lot sure happened today, Boyder. Does this mean we're finally getting into recap? Oh, this is you.
Does this mean we're finally getting into recap mode, Ryuta? I'm half sick from being stuck out here, not even knowing what's going on.
Yeah, I guess you only got to see bits and pieces of the story.
Yup. So, will you fill me in, please?
I guess we have plenty of time for it.
I'm going to miss eating udon, but having you here makes things at least a little better, right?
Where do I start? Everything that's happened was happening now, and everything that might happen one day. We have plenty of time to talk about it all.
In the blackness.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Oh, it's it.
Is that...
That's it.
That means Ryuta died.
I think
Because that is just talking to a ghost.
Yeah. And also, he might not be talking to Birder at all, because Birder could only show up for a little bit.
Well, again, if he just dies, they can talk to each other as much as they want in the afterlife.
Oh, it's true.
You know?
Wow!
That was a whole ass trip. Damn, bros.
Whoa!
Okay.
Brian the pigeon.
I don't
photo
even
stock.
know.
Wow.
That was really intense and really dark.
And
again,
nobody fucking talks about this ending!
which is fine. That's fine. I mean, again, I'm amazed that everyone's just sort of kept this incredible secret that this is here and there's this sort of massive sci-fi. No birds were harmed in the making of this game.
Aww.
Okay, that's very sweet. The glowing pigeon is wild. And I'm just like, again, it had... We talked about the pieces of it that we struggled with in general, of going this feels like two completely different games.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then going, we're focusing on Birder, and then we're not. And Birder was a really long setup plot device,
We
basically.
have one more thing to look at.
Oh, yeah, we have to go open the drawers, right?
Oh, hell yeah!
Feather! Feather, 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 feather.
Feather. It's very pretty.
It
and also
is.
very sad.
Honestly.
Oh
dude,
my god, this ended up so sad.
It did. This ended up really tragic. Like, this is a dark sci-fi sort of almost like horror. Huh. Madness! Huh. Why, if it isn't my darling little brother. Salutations. You scum! You villain! Faking your own death. Explain yourself! Why are you still alive? Why? Well, for starters, I could never bring myself to leave all the ladies sad alone. You're such a liar.
Oh my god.
How much must you mock me before you will be satisfied? This is hilarious.
Hello again.
Leon? Ugh! Truth be told, Leon here gave me an antidote. Huh. I was dying quietly.
An antidote for stab. I know there was poison on it, but I still like an antidote for stabbing.
I was gonna say, he said the stabbing wasn't that bad. And it wasn't a lot of blood loss.
Yeah, but still.
Pulls out giant-ass prosthetic knife wing. Pwink! Ha! Runs away.
Shoo. Wanders off.
Yeah. I was loitering around on the border between life and death, and he pulled me back in miraculous revival. But he said he was going to recover your body! That's not a body recovery!
I do not recall saying I was gonna go recover his corpse,
A
bitch.
live body's still a body.
Oh my god, you're such a dipshit.
Lunacy! Madness! Inconceivable! I have already sworn to try and be better than you forever. Give it back! Give me back the time and mental energy I spent mourning you! Damn it! You mourned me? I'm flattered. Gah!
And we can't stay long, Saku Yuya, you stupid fuck. It's time to set out on our next bright and massive mission.
I still want to know what the hell that means.
I don't even know. And this is your chance to regain the department's trust. BMM?
Bim.
The BIM.
The bims.
The BIMs.
Roger that. Let's go. Sexy and suave.
Oh my god.
100%. Sakuya. No! Oh my god. Cuckoo! Okasan felt smooth! Felt smooth?
What?
What's smooth?
Fell smooth?
Is that an error?
Smells food?
I think it smells food. What the fuck, Gay?
I don't...
Is that on purpose?
Is that you trying to make him even dumber than before? There's deliciousness nearby!
The black peanut dana.
Bean Donna.
Black dana.
Cuckoo? Hansel? Do you have food?
What did I? The demon's boss, he got again. Oh shit.
Nope, you don't. I don't have food. Cool! Stick him up. Okasan demands your beans or your life! No, I don't have anything.
No, so you appear, bone white brother, bean eating. By the oath of old, join me.
There. Still going at it.
Whoa.
They've been going at it forever. Whoa.
What?
Hello, Shirogane. How are you?
Huh? Sakuya to witness all of this. Why? Why are you, of all people, pushing a woman in his wheelchair? I would never have expected to see you two together.
Taking responsibility for injuries dealt to another party by tending to them seems to be a natural enough reaction to me. But I am the one being serviced here.
So,
Still, you should join in.
I benefit from it.
I need to apologize somehow, don't I?
Why? He fucking tried to kill all.
Oh, it's fine.
Different motives. He tried to do it because of somebody else's wish. You tried to do it because of someone's perceived wish. You're all acting because of other people's motives.
No
It's
god
fine.
wishes in this game, man.
I know, damn. If you change your mind and decide it's time to exact revenge again, I never met either of you. Understand?
Fuck off, I don't want anything to do
If
with
you
you.
decide to suddenly kill him, I saw nothing.
Come on, Shirogane. That would never happen. Probably?
Oh, how wonderful.
Deeply charmed.
I can feel the suspense in the air.
That
I
would
would
take-
like to fucking see you try.
He who cares for me may also try to end me. Fascinating.
Amazing.
Somehow I feel like attempting to apply ethical guidelines to either of you is completely futile. Anyway, I needed to talk to you. I have the results from the experiment the other day.
There were no problems.
Are we gonna go cure him? None at all. It was a perfect success.
I actually, like, okay, maybe I'm just kind of a Debbie Downer in that sort of way, but, like, I kind of liked that it sort of ended on that potential, like, who knows kind of note, rather than going, and now we will fix it. It feels very either, like, very magical musical or very anime.
Could be. Very fairy tale.
I guess that means it's time, doesn't it?
Your mom's already dead, dear.
Yeah.
I have the date. If you can come, please do. Why would you set a date? Why wouldn't you just go do it immediately?
Yeah, no kidding.
Unless
Oh,
it's a
maybe more like
memorial.
resources.
Maybe? Mr. Kawara? Mr. Kawara? Miss Seedpie? Can you hear me? Morning is almost here.
Oh,
And
you did
then-
put yourself to sleep.
Oh.
I bet you burned her.
Frozen. Huh. Oh, wake up, Kawara. Seedpie.
Oh! Nageki.
yeah. It's fine. I told you I wouldn't go back on my word.
Were we frozen?
Maybe.
How do we freeze ourselves when we don't have skills?
Holy shit.
That's it.
We did.
Okay, now we have to go see the other thing.
Hang on, we just shoved both of them into the freezer together. That's what happened. And then we came back and defrosted them when we had a cure, I guess.
Wow.
But also, like, you permanently disabled Shu if it's years later with a cure and he's still in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
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 Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
Bro.
Okay.
Alright.
So we have one more thing to look at. One
Last
more
thing, just to the archive.
Is it the archive or is it gallery?
It's probably both.
Oh.
Okay, everything that belongs to the archive.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's new. This is all new. All right, so.
No, it's not all new. We read a bunch of these.
No, I know, but we just want to read them from the beginning, right?
I don't
Because
wanna
you
read-
stopped me last.
We're almost an hour in. We can't just read all of these.
Yes,
can
we can.
Oh God.
Fight me.
Uh,
Well, then I'll do it. I'll read it, and you can go to sleep.
Oh my God, no.
Yep,
go
here we
on.
go.
Hallucinogenity report. We have established one of student number 60781 special characteristics. He acts as a neurotransmitter, producing a trance-like state in bystanders. The effect is similar to that of a narcotic. We will continue our observation.
Well,
All
we
right.
know who that is.
Well, of course we know who that is.
All right, fine. I feel uncomfortable. Where did I come from? Where was I born? The fact that I am trapped here is at least the mysterious plaguing my... least of the mysteries plaguing my mind. I'm nervous! I don't think that's them at all.
I don't
I'm
think
just
so at
reading.
all. Yep.
It's fine. We don't know. I woke up in a different place this morning. I don't remember well, but it had pale fluorescent lights and a white ceiling. It can't have been the library. Where was I?
Goodwill Ambassador Selection. Selection criteria for the human ambassador have been forwarded to the management, along with a draft of the emergency response manual. Given the risk of influenza, a human with as strong a natural immunity as possible is desirable. The presence of hereditary immunoglobulins is the most important criterion. Others are detailed in the attached documents.
There we go. I think, but I find no answers.
Oh, this is Kazuaki.
I assumed. That's why I was reading it that way.
Oh, you wanted me to read Kazuaki then?
No.
No, not Nageki. Kazuaki. I said Kazuaki, not
I don't
Nageki.
think it is.
I have forgotten something very important, as if I promised something to someone very important. That's what Nageki,
I don't know.
that's what Kazuaki said
I
on the
have
tree.
no idea. They're not distinctive to each other. But yeah, sure, that's fine.
I don't know. It says, I think and I think, but I find no answers. I feel as if I have forgotten something very important. As if I promised something to someone very important.
Yeah,
I think
I don't think it's distinctive who's who or who's doing
The
this.
Spanish influenza, an acutely infectious strain that was pandemic in 1918. Approximately 600 million people were infected, and of those, approximately 100 million died. It claimed the largest number of lives in the shortest period of time of any disaster during the human era. We have now beaten that. From information found in remaining records, the pathogen itself is thought to have been a derivative of avian influenza.
All right.
Carrier aptitude. We have examined the genetic records of the entire student body. None of them exceed 98% compatibility. We are continuing to investigate carrier aptitude levels. So this is about the Karen virus.
Mm-hmm.
We will report on the possibility of inducing carrier capability in a normal individual next week.
All right, you need higher than 98%? That's amazing.
Underground facility fire. We have temporarily opened the dividing wall in the underground facility. At the request of the Biological Science Division, we should be able to we should be able to reconstruct the circumstances of the fire. Subject 00 remains in cold storage.
Or at least a tiny piece of his liver does.
Reference bird deceased. The death of Subject 00's relative has been confirmed. His remains are stored in Area D3, Section 1. They are boxed and processed.
Whoa.
You saying
So-
Hitori's dead?
We thought so Hattori had to fake his own death to be able to become, someone else.
Yeah. Homo sapiens resistant capabilities. Adaptability measure for Homo sapiens to be raised at estimated 0.06%. There are fluctuations in mammalian evolution rates. We may need 2 or 3 more samples. The intelligence agent. We have chosen to let the Dove Party agent who has infiltrated the school operate freely. Infiltrated the school operate freely? I think you should say, chosen to let. Operate freely for the time being. All right.
It's fine.
A number of incoming students have proven to be quite fascinating. If possible, please examine the details in the attached documents. I do not think they will oppose me. I've been feeling better since that nosy girl showed up. I guess it is Nageki then.
Unless, again, you have 2 different people, but I think
this is supposed to be, yeah.
I've been feeling better since that nosy girl showed up. I do not think I will find any answers like this, so perhaps it is time to close the curtains. I am fulfilled, just as I was back then. Back then? Back when?
The Hatoful House Incident. The Hatoful House Orphanage in Area L9, Section 6, was attacked by the Human Liberation Front or terrorist organization. The terrorists barricaded themselves inside, taking the residents hostage. 11 residents were killed during the incident, and 8 officers died storming the building. 2 residents are known to have survived, but their current whereabouts are unknown.
I'm trapped here, as always, but I noticed something new. It seems that I can move freely along the vertical axis. After napping today, I woke in front of the lockers in the chemistry room. If I remember correctly, the chemistry room was directly below this room. Am I able to move myself up and down through my own will? I can't go out of the library, but it considers the library to be an infinite plane vertically and down.
Yeah, so just up and down.
Or maybe that's how you just rose up into the library.
Oh, only vertically, though, because,
Again, so...
You're raising, so that's directly above where you are stored.
Yep, so your body is immediately below the library, even if it's 10 floors down.
Yep. Ave's High City bombing. In 2173, the Ave High City building in Area A23, Section 1, was bombarded by human extremists. Immediately afterwards, the Hawk Party spawned the Earth Crawlers extremist organization. This I don't understand, because I don't know what this is about.
That's okay. I don't either.
Clicky, clicky, clicky,
Oh, look at that.
Oh!
Huh!
And this is the Bird Cafe.
And that's the Bird Cafe, so you can actually find it. Alright, to the pictures! We gotta do this, guy. We gotta do this.
We gotta see what it is.
We gotta see it with the gallery. Do we have all the things unlocked now?
Do we have it? Do we have it?
The whole actual game. Yes!
Yeah.
And look, it's the one... Where did JB go? Yep,
oh no! These are things we've never seen before. Hello.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
There's Hitori.
Okay, that's kind of adorable. Look at you!
Oh, and you're a babby.
Was that a babby?
Ryuji.
What?
That was him younger.
Isa
Soma, that's him younger.
That's
you. I mean, a younger.
On the bird is hilarious.
That is pretty damn funny, actually.
Yep, so he just grew his hair as he got older. It's fine.
And there's Dad.
Yep, that's his massive crush.
That is his huge crush.
And then the razor. You do have the razor wing though. Look at that. That's hilarious. See the straight wing razor?
Oh yeah. Okay.
And you could just fold it back into your wing. I seriously doubt it. But that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I just think it's meant to be artistic. And then there's everything.
That's it.
Look at that. All right, guys, that was the whole entire game. All of it. Wow. Well, it got dark, it got intense, it got fascinating, it got complicated, had some good plot twists. Overall, would recommend. Second half really needs some pacing things done with it. Thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed everyone's contributions and comments on this one. I know there were a couple of names that I wanted to remember to mention.
Well, there's Moth.
I was gonna say, but I remember Moth really easily just because it's really cute.
I know, right?
And it's an actual whole word. So hang on half a second. I think I might be able to just find really quick. Maybe not. See, Drakonishi, also, thank you for joining us with this series.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it was lovely to have you here and swing in and contribute as well. I know you usually watch, mostly I've been watching the other things, but it was so good to have you here. And your thoughts are just really lovely. And then, Sylvie C, also. I loved you swinging in and sharing, also. I think that's everyone who put in their biggest thoughts on the thing, other than, hey, I like it. But we really do. We appreciate your comments and your thoughts and everything, and also like just
Oh,
your
and also
feedback and
thanks
things.
very much to Jetcat/Cheshire Cat. So they
Yes.
were the one who actually sponsored this game on
Who bought
Steam.
it for us?
They
Yes.
bought it, yes. And we are actually looking to possibly play the sequel to this game. So if somebody wants to sponsor that game, there's the option of going and using Ko-Fi, or you can go check it out on Steam. Though I think you have to be our friend in order
To buy it
get...
directly for us, you
Yes.
have to be our friend. But if anyone sends us a friend request on Steam, we will accept.
Yes, absolutely. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Oh, God, this has been fantastic. We really appreciate all of your support the whole way through. Even
And your
if all you
time.
did was go, hey, this is awesome, I'm enjoying this, or I love your ideas, or whatever it is.
Yep.
It was great to play this game with you. Please also, again, feel free to go check us out on Ko-Fi and Patreon. It actually has been super useful for people supporting us through those particular areas,
Yes.
whether it's just to give us tips, or just to be like, hey, we would like, could we play this game? Again, those are two perfectly valid places where you can sort of submit your desire to have a specific game played, or if we've got a game on a wish list that you would like to sponsor for us, you're more than welcome to do that. Also, please feel free to check us out on Twitch. We do live stream games at least 2 to 3 times every single week. We do pop-up streams, so we would love to see you at one. Gosh, holy shit, like this whole game, I have to say, for like my final thoughts in the end, I really like this, but I truly was like with my friend in the last bit, just going like, holy shit, nobody talks about this ending of the game at all.
Oh, it's
Period.
wild.
It's like the only and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. What I'm saying is that I really appreciate people who are like, I just want them to be happy. So
Yeah.
let's just go with the cute shit. Because that was intense. Now, I will say I definitely had my own confusion for how old are the birds, how old do they get, how much damage are we talking here.
There were some things. There were some things that felt either like plot holes or like inconsistencies in the world. But I did also like the world and thought it was interesting. I thought it was conceived well.
I will definitely also though say that this became far more entertaining coming to think of this as a musical.
Yes.
I like musicals, so I found this to be even more hysterical. And that's probably just because I have more access to musicals than I do to like, I guess, more like slice of life-ish kind of like animes. So, because I'm trying to think of like what kind of genre this would be in if it was an anime. Like sort of like a romance sort of slice of life school.
Like I said, it would be a sci-fi, but the thing is and then
A
like
fantasy
psychological thriller.
Yeah.
But not until later. So again, your pacing is sort of out the window for that experience.
Yeah.
So it would be very much, I keep contrasting it to Tokyo Literature Club because it's this is this story, and then it's not really kind of thing.
Right.
And so it would be very hard to do it as an anime and put it in a genre without immediately spoiling it. Because you're like, this is a psychological thriller / horror. And then you watch it and you're like, this is slice of life. But if they say that, we know something's coming.
Aha! Yeah, no, I know. And I think it's actually one of the things that I've enjoyed about not really knowing what this game was entirely about, because it really kept a lot of this, like, shockingly in the dark for me. And I have liked that even though this game came out in 2012, this is really heavily not spoiled at all, so good job, Internet! Like,
Nobody's out there going, murder pigeons.
I know, right?
It's pretty good.
But or they do it and you're just kind of like, what? I don't get it. So anyway, but thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!